Hi, this is Connie Rodriguez once again from Art and Soul Matters Studios, and this workshop is painting from the inside out. Today we're looking at backgrounds and negative painting. Next I'm going to introduce you to the concept of negative painting. Negative painting is when you paint around something to make the shape show up. So for example, this piece was looked like that. Then I painted around it, which is known as negative painting, and then the vase, or the flowers in the vase popped out. I added a little table. So this is an example. Another example of negative painting is this heart. So the whole entire painting looked like the heart. I used a solid color, although it still bleeds through a little bit. Gives it some interest. Used my back of my paintbrush in the ladder when it was wet. Framed it. It's ready to go. Ladder to my heart. So a negative painting. Another one is a pear. This is a demo I did. It's not a great pear, but the idea is I had this entire piece of paper that looked like this. And I came in, outlined a pear, painted around it, added some shadow, left some of the paper showing, added a stem, and you get a pear. So now I'm going to introduce you to my grandson. This is such a fun technique for your children or grandchildren to do. And so Parker, I want you to come on over and let me introduce you. You're going to see what you can do with some negative painting. Parker, come on in. How are ya?
Good.
You ready to do some painting? Don't be shy. Stay right here. We're going to get you to maybe some paint something.
Yeah.
And I have this already kind of started with the saran wrap.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned that you might want to paint some trees.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have tons of colors here and paintbrush. I'm going to ask you, what color do you want to start out with, and how do you see? Let's imagine how you're gonna see these trees. So what do you notice right now in this saran wrap painting? What do you notice?
It goes from light colors to dark colors.
And what would these be?
The stem.
Like the tree trunks, right?
Yeah, the tree trunks.
Right. There's a lot of different kinds of trees, right? Like these trees right here, they would be way different trees than these trees here. So it's kind of a lot of trees, so it might be like a forest, would you say?
Yeah.
And this could be maybe the forest floor, and maybe this would be what they call the canopy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now your job is to decide what colors you want to add to sort of lift out the trees. So in negative painting, you could paint all around this and just make a couple trees right in here. Or you could use the whole canvas but paint. So this would be too bright, so you want to kind of paint over it so that only these trees show up as an example of a negative painting. Got that? So when we look at this right now, what we see is how, I'm going to show this up to the camera. So when we're looking at this right here, this area competes with tree trunks. So we either need to get rid of this or rid of this. But since we're going to do trees, right, we're probably going to
Get rid of the
so we're going to create a veil around it. like I did with the heart, like I did with the pear. All right, so would you like me to pull out some particular colors you want to use? What do you want? Tell me some colors.
Like darker blue or
Okay.
like purplish colors.
Okay, so here's the darker blue. And I have a small container of purple or a big container of purple.
I like this right here.
Okay, then you want to start with that?
Sure.
And what else do you think? Imagine what you're going to be doing. So what else? You want some greens?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want dark green, light green? All kinds of greens? Okay, here you go. And you're right-handed?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I'm going to put you over here and let you just come in and I'll help you with painting. Here are some brushes. Now, if you had been here yesterday, I would have had you do this saran wrap. But I showed them how to do that. So pretend it's the next day, and now you have the canvas all dry, and now you're going to really paint on top of it, and you want to do trees. So go for it. So what do you want to do first? So let's get some paint out.
This way first.
Okay, let's put a little bit in here.
I use this brush.
And get it wet. And so one of the rules in painting is you don't want too wet, but you do want it wet. So we're gonna just keep it damp. So
Okay.
if you get it too wet, it gets really watery, like you
Yeah.
saw me do the wash. Okay, so go ahead, use your blue wherever you want. So I want you to notice, Parker, how it's dipping right in here. So that could be something you like, or if you don't, you would need more water and more paint. So your brush, this is called dry brush. So your brush is a little too dry unless you like that. So if you want a dry brush look, that's what you do.
A bit more water.
Okay, so how are you liking that blue?
I like
Working
it.
for you?
I
Okay.
kind of want it to go from like dark blue and like try to make it mix to green.
To green. Okay, so you're going to need some
Across.
green. Let me put some in your palette here. We're going to get some greens that you can choose from. So I'm giving Parker some fluid greens from the fluid paint. This is Jenkins green. It's a really dark green. It's almost black. So if you can see those trees behind in this painting, this is Jenkins green. And a little lighter green. Again, this is from Liquitex. And there's, I'm gonna put that, and even a lighter green. Do you want some of this too?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put that right here. So now that you've dipped your brush in the water, it's a good idea to sort of wipe it down. So we're back, and Parker here has done his version of negative painting. So we started out with some saran wrap, took it off. I had one already prepared, which Parker decided he wanted to use. And so you've taken some colors and you've painted the sides to sort of make the inside pop out more. Is that right? Is that what you did? And so you added a little bit of forest floor here. You kind of let this really pop out.
Yeah.
And then you added more paint with, not a paintbrush, but simply with a paper towel filled with paint, and then dabbed it for the leaves of the tree. And so are you happy with it?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
I do too. I think you did great, Parker. It's wonderful. Now all we need to do is find a place when it's dry for you to sign it, take it home, maybe even put it in a frame, put it on the wall.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So before we finish, so I'll let you step out now, and I'll be sure to have you put your painting aside, and we'll get that dry before you take it. So as we started earlier with the saran wrap, it's time for the big reveal. I'm going to take this piece off. It's much drier now. You remember I used a lot of gesso, and because it was so dark I used light gesso. And now I have another background that I can use for whatever I want to use it for. And maybe it'll be a forest of trees, and maybe it'll be a close-up. I'm not just really sure, but I had a lot of fun making the backgrounds. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll stay tuned, come back for more videos, and visit my website. See you next time.